Hi everyone, it's Matt Springer, a violinist and sometimes timpanist in the Peninsula Symphony. It's really nice to be able to be here with you like this. I got to tell you, we miss you, our audiences, greatly, but it's good to be able to connect like this. So I do play violin and timpani in the orchestra. I'm usually a violinist. I'm also the timpanist when our regular timpanist can't do a concert. And this is a great situation for me. I feel very fortunate because it's a very different feeling being in the violin section, being on timpani. Violin, it's the ultimate musical fellowship. You know, you're one of a large section of people all working for a common goal, playing together, making some beautiful, loud, soft, melodious, exciting noises, and it's just very much a commonality. It's a wonderful feeling. And on the other side, it's sometimes nice to be in the back on the timpani where you're a soloist, basically. You make a huge difference. And I got to say, even though probably my favorite parts, a lot of them are the velvety, soft roles, playing a supportive role. There are clearly times that the timpanist gets to just go for it. And, you know, we always know in the back of our head, this little evil thought that if we really wanted to, we could, well, okay, you know, we won't go there, usually. I have been in the orchestra for about 20 years. I joined in 1999, and I played in the Stanford Symphony Orchestra on timpani for many years. And ending in the 1990s, I was a grad student and a postdoc, senior scientist at Stanford playing in the orchestra. And a lot of the orchestra was younger than me. And so the undergrads kept getting younger and younger as I kept playing in the orchestra. I was there for a long time. And I would be joking with people over the years that if there was ever a point at which the incoming freshman had been in kindergarten when I joined the orchestra, I would leave, and it happened. And so I had been to a couple of Peninsula Symphony concerts. I was pretty impressed. I had been playing timpani at Stanford. Peninsula Symphony already had an awesome timpanist, Mike Bressler, and so I went back to my roots and became a violinist again, and I usually play violin. And I've been there since 1999, so it's been about 2 decades in the orchestra. My favorite program, well, you know, when you've been in the orchestra for 20 years, it's hard to have a favorite program. We've played a lot of good stuff, and clearly you can't go wrong with Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, Scheherazade, any Brahms symphony, any Tchaikovsky symphony. The list goes on, right? I've had a lot of favorite programs, Taylor Eichste programs, especially the thing we did a year or two ago with David Benoit, Taylor Eichste, the Brubeck brothers. These are all great, very exciting things. But I think my favorite programs have been those that not only were awesome pieces, but I had never heard them before. I had never been exposed to them before. And so there was this wonderful discovery after many decades playing orchestral music that there was still fantastic things out there to be found. And so with violin, well, I know several people who have done these videos have talked about Prokofiev's Fifth, which we did just a little while ago, and that is one of my favorites because I was not familiar with the piece. Incredibly hard, fantastic piece. But I think the honor probably would have to go to the Rachmaninoff Second Symphony. And we've done that twice while I've been in the orchestra, so the first time, because it was then that I discovered that even after all this time in music, there was an incredible piece that was every bit as good as the fantastic symphonies that I had known for decades, yet I had never experienced it before. And I got to say, if you're not familiar with the piece, you got to listen to it. But there's nothing like playing it. Playing Rachmaninoff Second Symphony, especially the end, the finale. You just your brain is releasing feel-good chemicals right and left, and you're just like this. And by the time you finish, you are just fulfilled. It's fantastic. That's violin. I think on timpani, I play both roles here. On timpani, I guess it would be, and again, clearly fantastic timpani parts all over the place, right? But I think what we did in 2015, Dvorak's Seventh Symphony, because again, there was this fantastic symphony that I just hadn't known. I've been familiar with the more known symphonies like the New World Symphony, the Eighth Symphony, but the Seventh I hadn't heard. And I was very fortunate to be playing timpani on that concert. Great piece. The timpani part is very, very prominent in it, and it was a great program for timpani. And the best part, I guess, is that 2015 honestly was a very bad year for me. A lot of bad things happening, and long and short of it, it was all coming to a head right around that concert. So playing that piece, that timp part, at that concert, at that moment in time was perfect. It was exactly what I needed. And you know, Mitch Klein knew what I was going through, and I suspect he let me play a little bit louder than he might have let me play ordinarily. Thank you, Mitch. So I think those would be my favorite concerts. So when I'm not playing in Peninsula Symphony, I guess my day job, I'm a professor at UCSF doing biomedical research, cardiovascular research. We're looking at treatments for heart attacks and looking at the effects of tobacco and marijuana smoke, secondhand smoke, and e-cigarette aerosols on how the blood vessels work. So it's been great to be able to share this with you. Like I said in the beginning, we really do miss you folks. We hope you'll be back. We are here for you, and I really feel like you are here for us. And I'm looking forward to playing again with my musical family, to you, our musical community, and you're part of the musical family, face it. So please come back when you can. We'll look forward to it. Be well, everybody.